Hey, welcome back. Still here in sunny San Diego, starting this beautiful long weekend. God, short commands are just so nice. Let's crack open a cold one to all those people that are not getting their paycheck on the 15th. I'm sorry. I hear USAA screwed a lot of people. Fuck them for that. Navy Federal's helping out at least, but a loan is still a loan. So let's hope the government can pull through and get our troops paid. Anyways, talk about more finances. I'm going to tell you guys why the Citi Strata is going to be on my next line of cards. Why I wouldn't have thought about this without a beautiful website called Points Me. All right, I'm just here with some blueberries, some beer, and to tell you guys why Citi works for me, even though I hate them, and why it could work for you too. The main point of this is not for us to talk about how this fits my life, but to understand how I think about a credit card journey and how you can apply that to your own life. You don't need to pick Citi. You don't need to pick Amex or Chase or Capital One or Bilt. You need to pick the points ecosystem that benefits your life best, right? You're going to be picking a travel card to travel. What airlines are prevalent at your home airport? What airlines are prevalent to your most travel to airport? What hotels do you like the best? Is there anything you even like the best? Or do you just want the widest range of hotels? I would say, even though I'm Amex shill, the Chase Sapphire Preferred is the best intro travel card on the market right now, civilian or military. Wholeheartedly agree with that. But that would not benefit me right now because of one particular reason. And let's go through my process of how I discovered I need Citi real quick. So on this website, point.me, is a very cool site. We'll go over it later, but essentially allows you to shop for, kind of like Google Flights or Kayak, but with points. And we can see that the best redemption I get with Amex points at the two airports I want to travel to is 73,000 points one way, plus $209 each way. This is a terrible redemption. Terrible. That is more money than if you just redeemed the points for cash, added the $209, and bought yourself a round trip ticket. I told myself, okay, what can I do to make this a good redemption? So then I picked two nearby airlines, nearby being relative, right? I still need to get a flight from Tokyo to Fukuoka, but those are about $50. And I need to get a train from Norfolk to Washington, D.C. That's about $30. But you're still adding cost and travel time and travel complexity on top of it just to save some points. This is a much better redemption. All right, I have a Delta card, which gets me some benefits with Delta, so this is already a benefit to me. But it's still 80,000 points for a round trip plus $40. Okay, editor Aiden here. I just want to show you guys real quick why that website matters. So this is on the Delta website. Including my card member benefit would be 63,000 miles for the same exact flight booked with Delta directly, which is equivalent to, okay, maybe a little bit more than one. So I get like a 1.2 cent per point redemption here, which is really nice. But it's still a lot of miles for a one-way ticket. That is absolutely insane. In part 2, because I wanted to make sure you guys knew the fullest thing. So booking on that website with one-way tickets is better, right? But if you're going to book a round trip all in one, it's usually best to book it directly from the airline. So this is a round trip for similar dates. So you're looking at about a 1 week travel, the December 3rd to the 11th is already the cheapest day to go, but that only bumped it up from 60,000 points to 88,000 points for round trip. So you're only paying 20,000 points extra for a round trip, which is a lot more affordable than the 60,000 one way. You switch this to USD. Okay, wow, NGIS internet sucks. That took about 3 minutes to load. But you look, okay, we switched that from the 3rd to the 2nd. It's equivalent points, so it's an equivalent cost. That's about $1,500 for round trip ticket that you can get for around 88,000 points. I would say that is a good redemption. That is a good redemption value. Not a great one, but definitely a good one if you go directly through Delta. But if you notice, from what I'm showing you, you also get that 20% benefit through Amex right now of transferring to KLM Flying Blue. So take all of this into account. Please just make your own judgment calls. But I didn't want to see like I was deceiving anyone about this website when you very easily could be using round trip tickets to decrease the amount of miles you're spending on directly with the airlines. That is a greater than 1 cent per point redemption, right? You want to be aiming at 1 cent per point or higher with a redemption, ideally higher, unless you absolutely need it, but it also isn't stable. That is propped up by the 20% transfer bonus to Flying Blue KLM. That is right now. So this is not a stable cent per point redemption. This is just a one-time thing. It's still not the best because you also have to factor in all that travel I talked about. So what ecosystem will get me the best travel? Well, I went back to the best case scenario, the 2 airports I really want to fly to on the same day, and this is with their full non-Amex website. So you can see some stuff is blurred out because I don't pay. But you can see, at least for the first, however many of these selections, American Airlines dominates the cheap end of this spectrum. And right now, we're looking at 70,000 points round trip. So let's go to American Airlines and just look. Oh, here's your $0 annual fee card. Never get it. Never get a airline's $0 annual fee card unless you specifically want these bonus miles. And then you're going to cancel the card or just keep it in the sock drawer. Terrible. The only reason they offer these is because American Airlines gets a kickback every time you open a card in their name from Citi. You can get $150 or $200 from Citi every time someone signs up. Yes, that's how much money they get for you signing up for an American Airlines card. And that's all the airlines, not just American. Every single one of them gets paid by their respective credit card company every time you open up one of their co-branded cards. Anyways, after that rant, let's look at their next card. There's their next cheapest card. It's $99 annual fee, but the fee is waived for your first year. So essentially, if you average out your first 2 years, it's $0. It's $0 for the first 2 years, right? Your first year is always free. Then you pay at the end of that year, and then you go to the end of the year. So 2 years minus 1 day, this is a free card. That's nice for 50,000 bonus miles. Other than that, nothing in this card makes sense. Domestic free bags for domestic American Airlines itineraries. Cool. I'm military. I get free bags anyways. Doesn't matter to me. Points earning trash. We're not even going to go over it. 25% off in-flight food and beverage purchases. I'm not going to buy it. If it doesn't come with my ticket, I'm not buying it. Oh, flight discount. This is cool. Let's look inside. Oh, you get $125 after spending $20,000 a year on this card? No. Fuck you. Best thing is no foreign transaction fee. That's nice. If you don't have any cards that have no foreign transaction fees, at least you have one now, but don't get it because it fucking sucks. I might get this for the A Advantage bonus miles. That can get me more than one-way ticket. Almost 2. We're getting there. Almost 2 tickets. So almost a round trip. So let's look at the proper Citi cards. I'm going to start with their $0 annual fee, which I really like. Before I start shilling for this card, I want you to know one major downside. And that is down here. Even further. 3% foreign transaction fee. This is not a travel card. This is not a travel card. This is a points earning card. This is not a travel card. A travel card specifically has no annual fee, or no foreign transaction fee. All right? That is the hallmark of what a travel card is. Now, this is a very good card, and I'm going to continue shilling on it, and I'm going to sign up for it eventually. And eventually is a key point here. But it has really good points earning strategies. 5x on car rentals. Not many cards have this, especially $0 annual fee cards. 5x points on car rentals is very good. Has to be booked through cititravel.com, but that's fine. Most of these credit card companies, or all of these credit card companies, for at least their major points earning categories, will require you to book with their travel portal. It's just standard practice now. You also get 3x points at supermarkets. I currently do not earn extra points at supermarkets. I earn extra points at grocery stores. If you want to know the difference, if you stick to on-base life, your supermarket is your exchange and your grocery store is your commissary. If you stick to civilian life, your supermarket is your Target, your grocery store is your Aldi. That's the difference. And they do code differently. So this gets me a whole new category I normally don't have access to. Also gets me 3 points per dollar on transit, gas, and EV charging. That's pretty good. That's good, but think about it's only domestically. Domestic US transit sucks. If I can spend these points abroad in Japan, where there's lots of public transit, I could be racking in the points. But I can't because there's a foreign transaction fee and it completely nullifies the points that I get here. Well, not completely, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's essentially, because we're redeeming this for about 2 cents per point, technically this is considered 6% cash back minus 3% because that's my foreign transaction fee, and I still do come out on top if I bought transit on this. Still not worth it. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't spend it because it's a foreign transaction fee. You're not making as much as you could. Why are you paying the bank directly just to have them pay for your ticket later? No. 3 points on an eligible category. If you have pets, you can get 3% back at pet stores. That's awesome. If you're a lady or a guy who likes a lot of cosmetic work done, 3% or 3 times points on that is a very good thing. All for $0 annual fee. If you have a gym membership, 3 points per dollar on your gym membership. Really cool. 2 points per dollar in restaurants. That's a good basic start. Way worse than the 4x I was earning on my gold, but I don't have that anymore. So it's better than 1. But what I really, really need, and what is good for my specific scenario, is the Premier. Even though there's a $95 annual fee, I think it is worth it. By this bonus points alone, this tied with my points I'll earn for spending the money I'm required to spend to get this will net me an entire round trip home. An entire round trip home just to open the card and spend the $4,000 required on those bonus points. And that's not $4,000 that I just need to start splurging. I'm just going to take my normal spend habits, put all of my rest of my cards in a drawer, and just use this card for 3 months. It's worth it. Even though I'm not points optimizing, it's worth it to get to the bonus spend because then I can get those points and I can get a round trip home. I can save $1,200. That's perfect. Now, this does have some really great benefits, and that is 10x on hotels, car rentals, and attractions. So if I had this card, all hotels and car rentals, I'll check Citi Travel first. And if it's competitive, I'll buy it at 10x points. There's no reason to buy air travel with this at 3x points because the Amex is 5. Unless I just need the Citi points, then I'll do that. Hotel purchases are actually nice because the Amex does not give blanket hotel purchases any extra spend. That is 1 point per dollar. So even later on, I may want to charge my hotels if I can't book it through one of their portals on this card. 3 points per dollar in restaurants is pretty good. 3 points per dollar in supermarkets, again, good. And the rest of this was good, but now we lose transit. Sad. I wish, because this has no foreign transaction fee, loud and proud. Alas, there's no way for me to earn on transit other than the 1 point per dollar, but whatever, that's fine. What is my plan behind this? Am I going to keep paying this $95 a year forever? No, I'm not. Here's my plan. I'm fine paying that annual fee once. I'm fine paying the annual fee once because the way I'm looking at it, I'm paying $95 for a round trip ticket to the States. That's what I'm saying. From there, when I return to the States and I no longer care about foreign transaction fees because I am in the good old fucking red, white, and blue, I will ask them to downgrade me to the Citi Strata card. I will spend on these great categories and I will not spend a single dime a year to upkeep this card. That is a perfect pivot. What is useful to me in the moment? In the moment, the Premier card is useful to me. I come back to the States, the Premier card is no longer useful to me. I have earned the bonus points. The annual fee is not worth it. I can pivot to the Citi Strata. I can still have access to my Citi points if I need it. I can still have access to earn more Citi points if I need to, and I can just keep this card alive, have another bank. Now, I'm also going to get a second card, and that is going to be actually the Platinum Select. And this is the one I'm going to go for first, because essentially I get 2 free years of this card, and I'm just going to get it for these bonus miles. I don't care about anything else on this card. This is almost a round trip. I think between the bonus from this card and the bonus from this card, plus any ancillary spend I can spend in this card in the 2 years that I'm in Japan, I can get 2 full round trip tickets home, completely paid for, from the 2 destinations that I want to go to. I think that is worth it. Now, what am I going to do with this card? I could easily cancel it. I could cancel it, and I really wouldn't have a problem doing that. If you guys don't know, canceling a credit card that is in good standing, it'll still age on your account for up to 7 years. The only thing you'll lose out on is the total available credit limit. So when you take your average credit utilization, if you're using a high credit limit on this card to offset high spending on other cards, your credit score will go down because your total credit utilization will go up. Now, if you are afraid of that happening, you can then call Citi and have them downgrade to this card. Then you can cut it up, throw it away, and never use it, which will be perfectly fine. And then whenever you feel like you are good enough to cancel it, right, you have other cards offset, or maybe you've lowered your spending, you have no balances on any of your cards, you can then call and have this card canceled. But I think I'll just cancel this card directly because I get 2 years to figure my shit out and cancel it. That's perfectly fine by me. So this is my specific tailored plan. We're gonna go back here because I don't really know where I'm at. I kind of like seeing you guys, and it's a little trippy. But this is my specific plan, and this is the path I got to get here. Your specific airlines or airports by you may dictate United or Delta or just something else that I don't know that has a transfer partner from Amex, Chase, Bilt, Capital One, Citi that you could pick. Please, just look for yourself. And if you guys need help, put something in the comments. Let me know what airline or what airports you want to look at, what specific airlines. I'll let you guys know what transfer partners there and how we can optimize that. So just put any questions you have there in the comments, and I'll make sure to take a look at them, and we can use that for the future. This entirely is how to think about credit card rewards. And I want you guys to start thinking about it critically, because you get the bug of, I need to get this certain credit card company because everyone else has it, or it's the best, it has the best reviews. Who cares about reviews if it doesn't serve you? I could have 500,000 Amex points right now, and redeeming them would be trash because I would be throwing them away on these shitty redemptions to get me from Japan to the US, when I could easily pivot to Citi, use and abuse them to get some cards and to get some points and to get some free travel, and then save my Amex points for when I come back to the States and I want to do different things where those points are more valuable. Citi, just like Chase, allows you to combine your cashback points and your actual points earnings as long as you have one of the Strata cards. So your cashback you earn in Citi thank you points with the Citi Custom Cash and the Citi Double Cash. Citi and Chase are the only ones that openly do this. Capital One is a little bit different because it's only one way. If you earn cash back, you can transfer it to Venture Miles, Capital One Miles, but you can't transfer it back to cash back. Chase and Citi are just automatic. You earn cash back in the reward that you earn it in, and then you could just redeem it for cash back at any time. But just understand that to do that for both banks, you have to have their travel card open. So for Chase, you have to at least have a Sapphire Preferred, and for Citi, you at least have to have a Strata. And I hope that kind of explains it for you guys, and you guys can open your eye about what to get, what your path should be, and really how to make yourselves, financially secure, and especially with all this crazy travel that the government has us going through. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you guys stay here for the next one, and I appreciate your review.